Hey guys, how you doing? So it's Gavyn here from Afresh Personal Training. So today I'm going to talk to you about training with sickness. Pretty apt to be fair. Yesterday I had a client that called me up and asked, she's not feeling very well, sore throat, flu. Should she train? And I said, hey, I feel exactly the same. And yesterday, the day before yesterday, I started going down with it and I didn't train. And yesterday I did go to the gym, which was fine, but today I'm starting to get a little bit worse. So it's a really good time to talk about it, I suppose. It's happening to me right now. And as you can see, I'm in my dressing gown, so I'm a little bit cold. Not feeling 100%. And so I guess what it comes down to start with is that we're talking about colds and flus here. Okay, we're not talking about anything really serious, all right? And the first thing I would say to you is about exercising when sick is, how do you feel? I mean, if you really can't get up off the couch, then you certainly have no business being in the gym doing any sort of massive workout. But what you can do is to is to try and eat better. Okay, so you need to make sure that you're getting lots of fruits and vegetables into your diet. Obviously, they're full of vitamins. Probably by this point, it's too late to make anything amazing, but your body's getting smashed when you're dealing with a flu and a cold, and you need to get some nutrients into your body. Okay, so fruits and vegetables, vitamin C, lots of vitamin C in broccoli and things like that. So really pound in the veggies, and you should be okay. The tendency is when you're sick is to want to eat junk food. Okay, it's certainly for me anyway. I'd rather go and eat some biscuits and job done, but I know that it's not going to make me better any quicker. So really important to try and eat better. Ultimately as well, the question I had was, will it affect, she's done really well, and is it going to affect, her progress? Well, no, absolutely not. If you're sick for a week and you took a week off, it's not going to really affect your progress unless you obviously were massively binging on junk food. But rest and recovery is a huge part of the whole sort of health and fitness. Losing weight, getting fit, you need to recover. You need to have planned rest days and everything else. So rest and recovery is a big thing. So take some naps if you need to. Rest up. Don't do anything too that's going to exert you too much. I'm going to talk about in a second. So when we're talking about training versus being active, like for me today would have been probably a big deadlift day. So I've been trying to lift as heavy as I can today. Certainly that wouldn't do me any good. At the end of the day, if you exert yourself too much, it's going to have a negative effect on your immune system. It releases a lot of stress into your body when you're lifting out those sorts of heavy weights. So big training sessions like that are not going to be too good for you, but being active will. There's been lots of studies done around this, and if you're active, things doing like walking, cycling, yoga, tai chi, all those sorts of things are proven basically to improve your immune system. So if you're feeling rough, it's probably a good idea to go out and have a bit of a walk around, get some fresh air ideally, and just get the blood moving around your body, and you'll feel tons better afterwards anyway. You always feel better after being outside. But things that do have a big drain on the immune system are things like weight training, high intensity interval training. If you start doing those when you're sick, it's going to just prolong it. You're going to feel worse. Activity versus training. You need to do activity if you can get up off the couch, if you can do it, but you don't want to be doing really heavy, high intensity, hard type workouts. Another thing as well is no panting. So try not to be really out of breath. For me, if I started to do it now, I'm going to start coughing my lungs up. So you want to it's going to bring on some symptoms that you don't really want. It's uncomfortable, but also as well, you're stressing your immune system more than you need to be. So there's a guy that I use with my clients, and it's called the RPE, Recognition of Perceived Exertion. I can't remember what it stands for, but it basically means that there's a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being really low activity, so just sitting on the chair like I am now. 10 being really high, so you're looking at sprinting. So for this sort of activity, when you're not feeling very well, you probably want to be in about the 4 to 5 range. Okay, so like I said, it's just under the point of panting. You're just being active. You're just moving around. And that's probably the best place to be at the moment. There's been some really cool studies done over the time, and this even relates to when you're healthy. Is that when you the people that get sick the most are either the people that don't exercise at all, they get really sick, There's a bit of an upside down bell curve. So when you get to the bottom and you start exercising moderately, you tend to get sick less. And if you exercise really, really high intensities a lot, then you're gonna get sick as well. So too much exercise, too little exercise is gonna make you sort of damage your immune system or make you susceptible to illness. So when we're talking about exercising, like everything, guys, okay, there's nothing sexy about what I say to you guys. It's all about moderation. It's a moderation with diet, it's a moderation with exercise. So if you're doing over sort of 5 times a week, that's seen as being, not excessive training, but those people, if you're training 5 days a week consistently, really, really hard, really high intensity, your immune system is going to be, under a bit of pressure. So moderation is about 3 to 4 times a week. So if you're getting 3 to 4 times a week, solid exercise routine, and you're going to be really, really well. So you don't have to, smash yourself all the time. Moderation is key. So really, really interesting fact. If you don't do any exercise, you're going to get sick. If you do too much exercise, you get sick. So you want to find somewhere in the middle. And obviously, the fitter you are, the more you can do anyway. So it's all relative to you. Okay. Also, as well, is something called the neck check. So if you were just suffering from a bit of a head cold and you got some snot and a bit of a cold, you can probably manage to get to the gym and be okay. If you start getting aches in your joints and your pains, you should really, really avoid any sort of weight training, any sort of high intensity type stuff. Like for me now, I've got a bit of a achy body today, and probably a bit of yesterday because I did train yesterday, and probably because I'm just not feeling very good as well. So I'm just not going to go to the gym. It's pointless. Yes, part of me says, you should go in there, and there's a little nagging voice says that the results you've got, they may go, but it's not going to. At the end of the day, my body needs to recover now. I need to sort of, rest and recover, eat some good food, and just rest up so my body can heal itself. And I'm going to do some low intensity stuff, so I'm going to probably go for a walk. It's a lovely day out there today. It's a bit cold, so I'll wrap up warm and go for a walk, and I'll probably feel a million times better. So clear the head, and I'll be good. And yeah, bottom line is, guys, how are you feeling? Okay, if you're feeling dreadful, don't bother going. Just because I've said you can go and do something doesn't mean you have to. If you're training consistently over time, you take a week off, it's not going to affect your results that much. And to be honest with you, when we do these training programs, we actually encourage to take some days off anyway. And have like deload weeks, they call, where weeks are work a little bit less hard than you do the other week. So don't worry about it. Don't let it get you down. If you're feeling dreadful, take a day off, take a couple of days off, rest and recover, get well. So when you come back into the gym and you go back into it, you're in a better state of mind, and you don't have to worry about thinking that you've lost any improvements in the gym. So that's pretty much my take on being sick and exercising. And like I say, guys, that's everything. You start afresh, okay? You don't change something today, how will tomorrow be any different? Take it easy, and I'll hopefully see you when I'm better. See ya.